What is the very first thing you put into your body each morning? For many people, it is coffee. For others, it might be a phone screen and then coffee. But what if the single most powerful thing you could do for your cells, your digestion, your circulation, and your biological age costs nothing, takes 30 seconds, and requires only a glass of warm water? Today we are talking about one of the simplest habits in the world. Drinking warm water on an empty stomach in the morning. And why the science behind it is far more compelling than most people realize. Before we begin, an important note. If you have kidney disease, heart failure, liver cirrhosis, or have been told to restrict fluid intake for medical reasons, please speak with your doctor before changing how much water you drink. This video is for general health education. Let's start with something that surprised researchers around the world. A large-scale study following more than 100,000 adults over 25 years, published in a leading medical journal, found that how well hydrated you are throughout your life is directly linked to how fast your cells age. People with higher serum sodium levels, a reliable marker of chronic underhydration, showed a 10 to 15% increased likelihood of being biologically older than their chronological age. They also faced higher rates of chronic disease and earlier mortality. The reverse was equally striking. People who maintained good hydration across their lifetime showed measurably younger biological profiles than peers of the same age who were less well hydrated. This matters especially for older adults because one of the most overlooked consequences of aging is that the thirst mechanism weakens significantly. Younger people feel thirst quickly and respond to it. But after 60, the signal becomes quieter and slower. Many seniors are living in a state of chronic mild dehydration, without ever feeling thirsty, and their cells are paying the price every single day. During sleep, the body loses between 250 and 400 milliliters of water through breathing and invisible skin evaporation. By the time you open your eyes in the morning, you are already in a mild deficit. If the first thing you reach for is coffee, you add a diuretic on top of an already depleted system. A single glass of warm water first changes this completely. It is the most direct, efficient way to restore what was lost overnight, before anything else enters the body. But why warm water specifically, rather than cold? The first reason is digestive activation. Warm water stimulates peristalsis, the rhythmic contractions of the intestinal muscles that move waste through and out of the body. A study published in a medical journal confirmed that warm water significantly shortened the time to first bowel movement compared to cold water. For seniors who struggle with morning constipation or sluggish digestion, this single habit can be transformative and carries no side effects whatsoever. The second reason is cardiovascular readiness. Warm water gently dilates blood vessels, improving circulation from the moment it enters the body. After hours of stillness during sleep, the cardiovascular system benefits from this gradual warmth, rather than the shock of cold. Cardiovascular events are statistically more common in the early morning hours, and beginning the day with something that eases the transition is more important than most people appreciate. The third reason is waste elimination support. While you sleep, the brain and organs actively process and consolidate the cellular waste generated during the previous day. Warm water in the morning supports the kidneys and liver in flushing these processed wastes out through urine. This is the genuine physiological basis behind the commonly heard claim that morning water aids detoxification. The fourth reason is metabolic signaling. Body temperature drops slightly during sleep. A glass of warm water gently raises it again, signaling cells to increase their metabolic activity. Think of it as warming up an engine before driving, rather than starting cold and accelerating immediately. The fifth reason is stress hormone modulation. Cortisol rises naturally upon waking as part of the body's morning activation response. When this rise is too sharp, it can create a sense of anxiety or agitation early in the day. Warm water activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the calming counterpart to the stress response, and helps smooth out that cortisol curve. The feeling of calm and settledness that often follows a morning glass of warm water is physiologically real, not imaginary. The ideal temperature sits between 38 and 45 degrees Celsius. Warm enough to feel soothing on contact, but never hot enough to cause discomfort. A practical approach is to boil water and let it cool for 10 to 15 minutes. Or to combine 2 parts hot water with 1 part room temperature water. In terms of quantity, 1 cup around 200 to 250 milliliters is the right amount for most people on an empty stomach in the morning. Drinking too much too quickly can put unnecessary pressure on the stomach, especially in older adults with more sensitive digestive systems. Total daily fluid intake for seniors generally ranges from 1.2 to 1.5 liters. But this varies by individual health status, activity level, and climate. For those who want to enhance the morning glass, there are 3 evidence-informed additions worth considering. Warm water with a few drops of fresh lemon juice stimulates digestive enzyme production, provides a small dose of vitamin C, and supports liver function. However, anyone with acid reflux or a sensitive stomach should be cautious about citric acid on an empty stomach. Warm water steeped with a thin slice of fresh ginger for 5 minutes provides gingerol, a compound with documented anti-inflammatory effects that also promotes circulation and eases digestive discomfort. Ginger is generally gentle on the stomach even when consumed without food. A small teaspoon of raw honey in warm water provides antimicrobial benefits and prebiotics that support a healthy gut environment. Though people managing blood sugar should check with their doctor first. For a practical 7-day start, here is the plan. On days 1 through 3, place a cup and a small thermos or water pitcher beside the bed the night before. Make the glass of warm water the first thing your hand reaches for before the phone, before anything else. On days 4 and 5, refine the temperature until it feels genuinely soothing, rather than just lukewarm. On day 6, try adding a slice of ginger if you are curious and your stomach is comfortable with it. On day 7, take note of any changes over the week in your morning digestion, your energy levels through the day, your skin, or your overall sense of morning ease. This tradition is not new. In Ayurvedic medicine, which has been practiced for thousands of years, morning warm water on an empty stomach is considered one of the foundational daily rituals. Japanese wellness tradition similarly emphasizes drinking water immediately upon waking before any food or beverage. The convergence of ancient wisdom and modern research, pointing in the same direction, is not coincidence. One final caution: for anyone with kidney disease, heart failure, or conditions requiring strict fluid restriction, the standard advice does not automatically apply. Overhydration carries its own risks, including hyponatremia, which we have discussed in previous videos. Always let your medical condition and your doctor's guidance shape how you apply general health information. The message today is straightforward. Your cells are younger when they are well hydrated. The morning is the moment when your body needs water most and uses it most efficiently. Warm water supports digestion, circulation, detoxification, metabolism, and nervous system balance in ways that cold water simply does not replicate as effectively. Tonight, before you go to sleep, put a glass of water next to your bed. Tomorrow morning, reach for it first. That one small choice, repeated every day, may be the simplest investment you have ever made in how your body ages. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who starts every morning with coffee on an empty stomach. Leave your own morning routines and questions in the comments below. See you next time.